Yeah, it's changed. It's easier to describe what it used to be for me, which was, go to school, get an education, get a good job, get married, have kids. Hopefully they aren't crazy and move on. Now it's sort of like almost to survive. It's just, if I'm surviving, then I'm meeting the dream.
Yeah.
Well, elections always have an impact. The last election has had a huge impact. So.
Together, we will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Impact. So like interacting with people that were from different places, because you just learn a lot about things that you hadn't really thought of. But I think now it's more like there's so much going on inside the country. I don't think as much about what's happening outside the country because there's so much going on inside. I don't know. Because what I think of, like my friends that have come to America, especially people who are undocumented, which means they're not legally here. Like a quick story. Some friends of mine that have been in this country for 22 years, and they had children in this country. Their children are now in college. They're afraid to go visit their kids in college because they never became legal themselves. So.
We're going to have strong, incredible borders, and people are going to come into our country, but they're going to come into our country legally. They're going to come in legally.
Themselves, so they have to drive through another state to get to their kids. If they drive through that state and they get pulled over for any reason by a police officer, they can get kicked out of the country right then and there. So, whereas where they live at, which is New York State, they aren't bothered as much in New York, but if they go outside of New York to go visit their daughter, then that's a problem. So,
going to build a wall. It's going to be built. It's not even, believe it or not, it's not even a difficult thing to do.
The American dream is not what they thought it was. For all of us, it's just changing. It doesn't make it good or bad. It just means that it's changing, and you almost have to rewrite that definition of what is the American dream. I'm living my dream, and I think that's probably what comes down to is like, before when you say what the American dream is, essentially it's what someone told you the American dream was, and I think more and more people are defining it for themselves. 20 years ago, no one would say they were gay, or that's not true. They would say it, but then they would have a whole lot of problems with it. Now, no one, for the most part, most people don't care. It's not a big issue. So that's their dream. I remember one time telling my father that I wanted to be a ski instructor. And he looked at me and goes, "You're going to end up drowning in the snow." And I was like, you shouldn't drown in the snow. But that was. So he never thought about being a ski instructor. It was a practicality for him. But for me, yeah, why not? Bad. Because this is good what they're talking about in this seminar, but really the American dream in the media, you got to consider the source of the media. So I can go to one source, let's say Fox News, and I can get one image of what the American dream is, and I can go to another source, MSNBC, and they're going to tell me, because they're liberal, they're going to tell me a different source of it. So you're better off not listening to any of them. You still got to come back to what's your dream. So the good thing about all of this is that it forces you to think about what you want as opposed to what somebody else wants for you. And that's hard though, because it's easy to just get in line and get stamped a hamburger or a cheeseburger. rather than big. Maybe I want to be a veggie burger. So.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for very helpful.
Good luck.
I would define the American dream as like kind of this shared ideal that we have that has a lot to do with like prosperity and things like that. Like for example, like in our, it's either Declaration or Constitution. I'm a little nervous, so I can't remember. But I know it says life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Like I feel like that's the American dream. Being able to like pursue your happiness, being able to like take care of the people around you, and like leave a legacy and leave something for your like grandkids and their kids. Like continue on. Like that's the American dream. I think the American dream is being better than the generation that was before. There was like a housing. I'm not much older than you guys, so I don't know all the details. But basically, like that, like there was a housing crisis. I mean, if you ask people classically what they think of when they hear the American dream, home ownership, a white picket fence is what they think of, and it was like the housing crisis in this country was because people were like making $40,000 or $50,000 and buying $200,000 homes and taking out these huge loans against them that they could not afford, these predatory loans that were literally just built for them to fail, built for them to lose their home. I think that like events like that make you question the American dream and like who was allowed to get the American dream, because when things like that happen, the people who were affected most were the less educated, people of color, things like that. It just makes you question who gets it. So I think that can definitely change how I feel. No. I think it depends on where you're talking about. I think if you want to compare to like third world countries or something like that, in some ways it's like, you know, the fact that Americans expect education, security, things like that, things that certain countries like do not know. There are countries where those people do not know that. And then on the flip side, there are like countries like Luxembourg and stuff like that where like everyone knows what security and comfort feels like. Do you get what I'm saying? So I guess it's like, I think the American dream is interesting because I think so many people were able to come into it. Like so many people who are American or like European immigrants or immigrants from like all types of places. You know what I mean? So I guess that's the interesting thing about, I think, America compared to other countries is the way we've like taken in immigrants, and like some of those people either become or led to, you know, the most important people in our country. I think that my experience, specifically for me, can be different, like as a woman, as a black person. I think that all of those things can be very, I've never tried to quantify like that, so I don't really know. But if you ask me, like, I got to grow up and like enjoy my life and enjoy like seeing, you know, nice things and go to college, and now I get to work at a museum that I always wanted to work at. So I mean, I think that I'm living like my American dream, and I think that's enough.